Hello, hello. Koog, Muhammad, Laura, Brian the Beard, good to see you again. How we doing, everybody? Can you hear me this time? Is the mic on? Howdy. Howdy, Martin. Shen, hello, thank you for joining. Mic's on, everybody? Yes? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if the mic is on. %. Yes, yes. Hello, Greg. Euless, hello. Welcome, welcome. Pierre, hello. Your voice as usual, sweet. Oh, Mohammed, you're buttering me up for something and I don't know what it is. Nihal, how we doing? Hello, Marwin. Good to see you again here. Oink, oink. G'day. Hey Rich, how are you, mate? Welcome back. Thank you for joining again. Really appreciate it. Alrighty then, guys. We'll let everyone get in. Make sure you're hitting that like button for me. Koog. I don't know. I love you, Koog. I love you. Princess Leia is a bit too far, though, I think. Got my questions condensed, short and sweet. Euless. I appreciate you, whether your questions are long or short. I appreciate you being here. G'day, Martin. Alright, let's let everyone stream on in. Let's let them all stream on in. And then we'll get into it, okay? So, you may have seen that on Monday, I made 5% on Monday morning. So, I stopped trading on my real account. So, I'm going to trade tonight, if I do take any trades at all. I might not. On the account that I use for the weekly market review. So we'll have a look at that one while we're going, because I did have some questions about, consolidations below entries and things like this. So we'll touch on that a little bit in the stream. Get your questions ready to go. I'll hit them and we'll just go from there. So yeah, music is good volume, everyone. Just sing out if there's anything wrong with the audio, whatever, because I can hear it, but I don't know what you guys are hearing. So just let me know. All right, 10 likes already. Come on. Let's go. There's 38 of you here, though, so I should see 39 likes. Really? Hello, Raul. Thank you for joining. Sanya, hello. Very good to see you here, Sanya. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Greg. Audio's great. Awesome. Fantastic. Alrighty then. Well, where should we start? Where should we start? Pierre, you definitely had a question about how to identify when to exit a trade that's in drawdown, right? When is the point that it started consolidating below an entry level or above an entry level on a short position, okay? So let's go through that, okay? I did something similar in the weekly market review this week. So what we might do is we'll go through a different example, or we'll go through that same example, we'll go through both of them, whatever we got to do, and we'll just make sure that we really nail down what a consolidation below an entry or what a consolidation on the wrong side of an entry really looks like, how to identify it, what to do, because at the end of the day, guys, this one's a really simple one, okay? Remember, trading is simple, not easy. It's a very simple concept, but The difficulty comes in the execution of it, in terms of you playing in your mind like, okay, we're back at the entry now. What if it goes through and I end up missing out on some profits? Because when you do micromanage these trades and you decide to get out of them when they're consolidating below or on the wrong side of these entries, you've got to be able to accept that this could just punch straight through up to your TPs, right? You could go straight through to your TPs, and you've got to accept that, you know what, I'm missing out on that opportunity if I do choose to get out of this one at break even, but you're also preserving capital if you do choose to get out at break even as well. So you've just got to make that decision in yourself, and we'll go through what the identifiers are. Just have some coffee. Hello, Eric, David, Barry, welcome everybody. Cool. So it was USD SGD, which was my example in the weekly market review, and this was a really great example. Actually, this is a really prime example of exactly what we want to be looking for here, in terms of when to get out when you've got a consolidation on the wrong side of the entry. So one day trade here, we had USD SGD. I'll just talk through it a little bit here. That was our entry zone, pretty much there. Right at this point, you know, you could imagine a entry on the bottom of the box, an entry in the middle, and an entry on the top of the box. Now, this candle punches straight through there, okay? Punches straight through. We have another candle pushing below this entry zone. At this point here, I'm not overly worried about trying to get out of this trade at break even at this point now. Seeing this happening, I'm not worried really. Yeah, Pierre. Yeah, exactly. I'll go through it and then we'll talk about your point there with the BRC. So, at this point here, I'm not concerned about getting out of this trade at break even. But when I start to see something like this happening, right? What does this look like here? So, Pierre, you're kind of expressing it as a BRC on the wrong side of the entry, okay? So, for me, this looks like a bear flag. A bear flag that's actually forming below what's now becoming a resistance level. You can see that it's becoming a resistance level because the market's not moving through it here, okay? The market's pushing into the level and you're getting wicks off the level here, okay? So that's the kind of price action that I'm looking for here. I'm seeing these wicks off the level, which means that sellers are stepping in at this level now, okay? So rather than being a support where buyers are stepping in, sellers are stepping in at the level. And when this continues to play out, you can see more and more wicks off this level, but it's a bear flag, okay? That's what we're calling it. This is the structure of a bear flag, okay? Now, this is what you're calling kind of like a BRC on the wrong side of the entry, okay? Does that make sense, Pierre? The 4-hour version that comes up as a sonar trade also. So let's have a look at that one, okay? So what I'll do is I'll drop actually down to the lower time frame when I'm identifying this as well, right? So I'll drop down to the 4-hour time frame, and you can see here, right? This was my level that I was talking about. This was the level in question, and you can see this is that flag forming here where the price is not willing to punch through this level. And it's exactly what you, like if you were to invert this, right? This would kind of look just like a BRC. Yeah, the bear flag. Exactly. We're seeing a bear flag forming on the wrong side of our entry. Now, if we were looking to short this and we saw a bull flag forming on the wrong side of our entry, that's when we'd be looking to get out as well. Okay? So, bear flag, bull flag, it looks like that kind of like BRC setup, but BRC is a very specific criteria. It's a flag, okay? A flag or a consolidation that could lead to more bearishness, basically. And an unwillingness for the price to push through that level. Does this make sense? Now, on this 4-hour trade that's showing up, this is different, okay? This is an extension trade. So, this is where we've had these liquidations here, and then we might get a quick pop-up like that, okay? Different trade altogether. It's, you know, you're catching your entries, basically, because this because this flag formed on the wrong side of this. Do you think USD Swiss franc will hold together or break even? Is better option now. It was rejected level and the local has crossed below the global for the 1 day time frame. Yeah, so let's have a look at that one and we'll consider what we're going to be doing on this one based on that same set of criteria that I've just spoken about, you know, with this USD Singapore dollar trade, okay? USD Singapore dollar, what am I looking at? USD Swiss franc, USD Swiss franc, here we go. In a little bit of drawdown on that one, cool. All right, so this one here is below the entry as well. One very key thing that we don't have is we don't have that kind of like bear flag forming here. Pierre, I'll come back to your example, Pierre, in just a moment. I'm pretty confident it's the one you text me about before, and yeah, it probably is a very good example. Unlike the previous example that we just looked at with USD Singapore dollar, this is not forming that flaggy looking consolidation below it, okay? This is forming a bit of a different piece of price action here. And basically, like, I saw some confusion about what price action is and what price action we're looking for here in the chats. Price action is basically just a fancy term for saying how the candlesticks are forming. When someone says price action, it's just a fancy way of saying what the candlesticks look like, right? Now, let's jump down a time frame here, and we'll assess this one on the lower time frame. So you can see here we've got the price forming into this channel here below the entry. Let's just wait for our X mode level to load. Cool. All right. Now, chances are we stick in this channel and perhaps we get a break to the upside and we potentially get back up to here. Now, once we get back up to here, what's important to note is whether this level starts to act as a resistance. Now, the price could just crush straight through here. The price action could just engulf right through this level. So we get a big, like, black candle straight through this level, goes straight through and then continues on to our TPs, okay? That is certainly potential here. Or alternatively, this level starts acting as a resistance and we start seeing wicks off the level. We see the price react to the downside coming off this level here. Now, if you're a conservative trader, you may want to right now just set your TPs to entry, just in case, you know, you do get this quick pop up and then it comes straight back down again like that, okay? So, you know what, if you're in doubt about a trade and you feel some sort of like fear about the trade, then it's probably because you haven't accepted the risk of that trade going to stop loss. So you're probably better off getting out at break even. You can always re-enter this trade if it does go through and then consolidate up here, come back, catch another entry there, okay? You can always do that, right? So if you feel some sort of way about a trade, some sort of emotion about a trade, just set it to break even. It's very simple. Set it to break even and then enter it if it goes back through and it looks bullish again back above the level. All right? It's very, very simple. I'm probably going to just set this one to break even personally, you know? I'm going to set it to break even. If it comes back up, I will happily get out of this at break even if it comes back up to the entry, and then I'll try to look for a re-entry in it once we're above the level, okay? Yeah, sure. So, Marwin, you're saying, perfect, Tom, and should we worry about the RTD? Yeah, so the RTD crossing below the global trend right now. We're still in an uptrend overall, though. You can see this number here. We're still in a low uptrend. But, you know, I'm looking more at the structure right now than I'm really worrying about the RTD so much. The RTD is giving me an indication that, oh, wow, this is looking like a little bit bearish at the moment, okay? You know, we've gone from a really strong trend back here, and we're starting to look a little bit bearish now, okay? We haven't committed to a full-on downtrend yet. It's not a full-on downtrend, okay? That's something really important to note. It's not a full-on downtrend, but maybe we're getting the indication that potentially this could be moving from what is an uptrend into a downtrend, but right now, it's still an uptrend. Okay, we've still got an uptrend at this point right now. But, you know, I want to be conservative with this account. I want to be conservative, so I'm going to set my TPs to break even, and this just has to be a personal preference because you've got to be comfortable with your decision at the end of the day. This is the mental side of things. You being comfortable with whatever decision you choose to make. Because doing nothing right now is a decision as well. It's a decision that, you know what, you've accepted this risk and you're willing and you're fine with it going to your stop loss, basically. Is there an invalidation level where you can decrease the stop loss when the trade is aborting? So we're setting our invalidation when we're entering that trade, Pierre. When we're entering the trade, we're saying at this point is when this trade is invalidated, basically, okay? That's where our stop loss is set for that invalidation that you're talking about. Let's look at your British pound Aussie dollar example. Am I in that one? Yeah, good example. Let's have a look, huh? So let's drop it down a time frame here. Yeah, you can see here, impulse down, consolidation, impulse down. Pretty steep bear flag. Still a bear flag though. Exactly the same. Okay, so not moving stop loss to any level based on the lower time frame. Look, I mean, what you're looking at is previous. If you want to play around with your stop loss, right? You know, you might extend it slightly in some scenarios when you're only just on the wrong. When you're only just basically within some previous market structure. So you can see here, there's some market structure here basically in the past, right? There's some market structure right around that point, and this stop loss looks really perfectly placed, right? A very perfectly placed stop loss right below this market structure. So that's my invalidation point. If we form a low below this market structure, we would have taken this stop loss and we've broken this market structure here, okay? So that's why the algorithm has set the stop loss at that position. Hi Tom, on 4-hour time frame, what's best to hold a bias to? Local, uptrend or global? Overall, the 1 hour, 15 minutes, etc. is local, 1 day is global as a rule. What about 4 hour? Yeah, so 4 hour, you know, what you're really worried about, okay, on the 4 hour and 1 day time frame is this here. This is very important to you. But overall, you know, on the 4 hour, the global is still very important, right? So if this is going to be in your favor, then the global is likely in your favor. You know, it's very unlikely that the global's in your favor if you've got the overall trend in your favor as well. And then we're just looking at the interaction between the local and the global. If the local is downtrending, but it's only a very weak downtrend, and we have a strong global uptrend, then that's fine as well, okay? But I would just personally focus more on this number here for those higher time frame trades. As you move down the time frames, you need to worry more about the market structure, like I was just talking about before, okay? Laura, you asked that question. Yeah. Overall, we still have respect of the trend line on the 1 day for pound Aussie dollar. Let's have a look. Maybe we broke it. We'll see. If this candle closes below, maybe. But maybe we break it if this candle closes below. Could be a fake out, and we could get, you know, this to just suction back up again and end up here. Because, yeah, who knows? We shall see what happens. Yeah, still didn't close, Marwan, you're right. Exactly. So, you know, like I always say, we're not judging anything based on an open candle. We're only judging things based on closed candles. So could be a fake out for sure. We could head straight back up here and then, you know, bust through this and continue on our way up. Who knows? And then go back within this overall, you know, like channel here that's kind of forming. Who knows? That's an important point to make as well, you know, at any given point, at any given snapshot that we come and look at any market, okay? Whether it's a Forex pair or a stock, whether it's a cryptocurrency, a commodity, whatever it is, at any given point, if you take a snapshot at that exact time, nobody has any clue whether it's going up, down, or sideways. Nobody could tell you whether it's going up, down, or sideways from any singular point in time. All right, we're thinking in terms of probabilities here, not predictive, not predictions in terms of is this going to go up or down. We're talking about if then. If then. All right, and if you don't understand what I mean there, go back and watch the Academy videos because I really made it very clear about how to think in terms of if then in those Academy videos. Yeah, great, thanks. I pressed con. Can you look at Euro SEK one day? I press the like. Because you press the like, I'll definitely do that, con, for sure. Thank you. Euro SEK. Let's take a peek at this one. Right, so we punched through it. First candle. Nice, we had this play out once. Came back down for a second test. Or maybe it played out a few times before that, actually. Probably I'd call this... Here would be like the first one. Then two. Now we've gone through. Okay, let me tell you what I don't want to see. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see this. Bear flag right below this level. Continuation to the downside. That's what I don't want to see. Retail traders contradict that statement, Tom. Raul, sorry mate, not sure what. Oh, the prediction statement. Yeah. Retail traders do. That's why retail traders get it wrong every time. So we don't trade like retail. Don't do it. Yeah, so this is what I don't want to see, con, okay? So what I don't want to see is that. What I do want to see is a lovely bullish engulfing candle straight back through this level and then a continuation up like that. That's what I love to see. Yeah. Brian, where's the bull flag? Sorry? Yeah, see, right now we've just had these liquidations straight through the level here, okay? So, you know, we don't want to see something like this happening and then knock it straight back down from there. That's what we don't want to see. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, so Martin, bear flag, you would move it to break even. A bear flag is a consolidation, okay? So a bear flag is a consolidation below this entry. If I saw something like this, you know, make it a bit more flaggy. That is a consolidation. So when we say consolidating on the wrong side, that is exactly what a consolidation on the wrong side is. Exactly that. If you don't see the engulfing, you'd get out. I'd get straight out. Not necessarily. It just depends on how it looks, right? On how it looks, whether it's a genuine consolidation below the level. I mean, this is a very weak looking trend right now as well. So if this changes to sideways or down, I'm probably trying to get out here as well, okay? If this changes to sideways or down. Because, you know, we could end up in this kind of choppy price action back in there. You know, something like that. Just like this here. back over here. Maybe. Eric, any way to see the bear flag is a fake, i.e. price will go up? I don't know enough, but I don't know of any way to see this. If it does go up, right? If it does break out of the consolidation to the upside, let's say there's a consolidation here and it breaks to the upside here, right? Then I could look for a re-entry like that. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, what I'm basically saying here is, you know what? If you feel some kind of way about a trade, if you feel some kind of emotion about the trade, your best bet is probably just to set your TPs to break even, and then re-enter once it moves back through, okay? Re-enter it once it moves back through. Just like that. Because you can get all sorts of things happen here. You know, I'm not saying that every time it's going to stay below here is when it forms a bear flag. You know, you could get it, you know, I don't know, just mess around here a little bit, punch straight up, and then straight back down like that as well, right? But if you feel some kind of way, you should probably be setting to break even. You don't want that emotion to mess with your head. Okay, where am I at? Oink. 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 1313. Can you please look at pound yen 1 day? Pound yen 1 day. Sure. Pound yen 1 day. Cool, cool. I like this candlestick here. Nice wick. If this closes as an engulfing up here, I'm going to be very happy with this trade. I'm not doing anything. I'm not changing my at all with this one. Pierre, you nailed the point. Thanks, Tom. Perfect. I'm glad I could help you, Pierre. I'm glad I could help. Alright, where are we at? Eric, any way to see... Oh, no, the bear flag. Yep, sorry. I answered that one. Alex Blackstar. On the 4-hour time frame, if the local is a downtrend average, the global is an uptrend strong, and we have a total of strong uptrend, is it okay? For a long, yes. It is. If you're going long and it's a strong uptrend overall, yes. Oh, USD JPY 4-hour. Let's have a look at that specific one then, yeah? I'm getting a little note here saying something about buffering, guys. How's the stream? Hopefully it's okay. Oh yeah, this looks like a very longable market. This is a... You know what? Of pretty much most of the Forex pairs that I've seen floating around, this is probably looking like my favorite market to buy. This looks great. Yeah, I got some lag, do I? Yeah, right. Might be my internet connection tonight. Not sure. Probably my internet connection, huh? Don't know. We'll see what happens. If it buffers too much, I do apologize. Might just be my internet connection. I don't know. All you Aussies out there, right? We just have really bad internet. We have really bad internet, don't we? I don't know. Just bad internet. But yeah. Very buyable. Very buyable market. Absolutely. Love this. Strong trend. Where am I buying? I'm finding support to buy in this market, okay? This looks great. Very nice. Good market. Good market. All right. Jakey Jack. Not sure if you've covered PA yet, but can you provide an overview of price action indication prior to a trade and also expand on your often mentioned engulfing candle and what that indicates? Sure, I can. So, when I'm looking at price action, my major concern about price action is the price action around the level. And like I said before, I'm not sure if you were here earlier on the stream there, Jakey Jack. What was I saying? Price action is just basically like a fancy word for how the candlesticks are forming, okay? Your Starlink's coming soon. Yes, fingers crossed. Price action is just a fancy word for what the candlesticks look like and how they're forming, okay? Now, different candlesticks indicate different levels of strength from buyers and sellers, right? Now, I talk about the engulfing candlestick a lot because it's very easy to see, and it's very important when we see engulfing candlesticks around our support and resistance levels outlined by X mode specifically, okay? So, let's have a look here for an engulfing candle. Basically, an engulfing candle is where the prior candle is completely engulfed by the body of the next candle, okay? So, let me find an example for you on this market here. See this? Notice we're sitting on our hard support right here, okay? We're sitting on our hard support here. Now, we've got price punching down hard into this support right now. The candlesticks are all white, okay? So this is indicating a lot of bearishness, a lot of selling, a lot of liquidations coming through here. Now, you can notice that the candlesticks are actually getting smaller and smaller, though, as we approach this level. And then when we do get to the level, kind of the price, it kind of gets held up here by this support level. Then what happens as this continues to play out, we have another candle go through, and then this massive candle punch hard through this level here. That is a bullish engulfing candle. You can see here this entire candlestick engulfed the entire body of the one prior. Right there. See this? See this entire black body here? Engulfed this entire white body here. That's a bullish engulfing candle. Now, what this might mean is that at this support level, buyers are very willing to push the price up from here, okay? Buyers are very willing to step in. This is a very, very bullish candlestick, and this is very bullish price action. Again, price action just simply meaning how the candlesticks look and how the candlesticks are forming. Now, at this moment in time, we were in a downtrend, so we are not buying this here, okay? We're not trading against the trend here, so I'm not saying you're gonna just go chuck a bloody buy in here and start buying in this market, but I'm just showing you, this is the price action, what it looks like, right? Then we had a retest of the level. This did not engulf this candle. It didn't engulf this whole candle. Had a retest here. Another bullish engulfing candle off the level. You can see that bullish engulfing right there. This body engulfed this body right there. This did not engulf. We had a wick off the level. So this means that the price got all the way down to the level, and then the buyers were willing to step in and knock the price back up again. Can you see that there? That the buyers were willing to step in and push price back up. Another wick off the level. And then we get the bullish momentum to the upside. That is what I mean by price action. What I just outlined in that box right there, that is price action. That's reading price action around a level, around an X mode level, okay? I really hope that is clear and that makes sense, what I've just gone through right there. Oh, Martin, I wouldn't enter this because we're in a downtrend, all right? You can see here that we're in a downtrend, so I'm not buying this because this would be a downtrend, absolutely. However, if it was an uptrending market, if it was an uptrending market, then sure, maybe I'd be looking for an entry at that point if I'm trading a low time frame. It's an uptrending market, I'm pushing into a support level. I want to confirm that support level is actually that this support level is actually being respected by the market, then yeah, sure, that's where I would be placing my limit order, you know, to potentially look for a sell of the retest of that level. Okay, so yeah, that's price action, Jakey Jack. That's awesome, Tom, and this is where you say to hold before trading. Hold before trading. Not sure. On UT, of course. Oh, UT. I'm not sure that I know what that expression means. Could you clarify hold before trading and UT? If you could, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, hopefully that clarifies now for all the chat that we had about price action. That's what I mean. That's what people mean when they say price action. That type of stuff. So yeah. And that's why people say screen time is very important, because, you know, there's a lot. Price action goes very deep. That's a very basic level of price action, but it's a good starting point though, okay? Price action does go very deep. That's a very good starting point though, okay? So just basically watching how candlesticks form around these important levels will give you an understanding of this, you know, fabled price action. Oh, yeah. On uptrend, of course. Yeah, uptrend. Thank you. Oh, yeah. So looking for a candle to validate the trade. Yeah. So, you know, on low time frames, you might do that. You might look for that kind of like validation candle, an engulfing candle around the level to validate the entry, something like this. You know, good price action around the level. You know, price action is that snobby word for basically what the candlesticks look like. So whenever you hear that price action, it's just someone saying what the candlesticks look like, essentially, and how they're forming. So yeah, hopefully that satisfied your craving for talking about price action. Alrighty then, guys, hit me with some more questions. Come on, I'm on a roll here. Let's go. Euless, I missed your question a while ago. I missed a lot while I was going through that, I think. Starlink is coming soon. It is already in a UJ buy, 15 minutes near TP1. Brilliant. Oh, I was talking about UJ, very Bible market. Yes, perfect, Rich. Excellent. Always trust Rich to find a good uptrend. I got entries on USD JPY on the Sonar trade on the N level. Great. Hopefully it's good. LOL, especially Melbourne. Yep. I'm in it with a buy, and I was wondering because it was near my stop loss. Hey, Tom. Are zones considered freshly tested regardless of how many times it was prior tested if price moves away from that zone? You'd have to give me an example. You would have to give me an example for that one, Yuli. I would call this 1, 2, coming for 3. That's what I'd probably call that. So hopefully that example answers your question, Euless, there. Like say hard S gets repeated 2 times, then the price moves away, then hard N to hard R. That's a fresh test, right? Hard N to hard R. Oh, gosh. I think I need to visually see what you mean. Yeah, I really got to see what I mean, I think, what you mean visually. It's hard for me to comprehend what you're saying here. Sorry, mate. Uptrend. A little bit out of subject here, but there's been insanity around Doge. Yeah, Marwin, don't get stuck in the FOMO, okay, buddy? Don't get stuck in FOMO. If you don't know who the retail liquidity in the room is, it's probably you, okay? Don't get stuck in FOMO, please. Chris, welcome, mate. Welcome. What's the time where you are, Tom? The time where I am right now is 12:10 a.m. So just 10 minutes past midnight for me, Laura. Pound New Zealand dollar 4 hour coming to hard S and on trend line. Could you talk us through your if-then analysis using RTD and price action, Matt B? Let's go. Pound Aussie. Oh, it's all coming in. It's all coming in now. Yeah, sure. Okay. 4 hour time frame.
This concerns me. That concerns me. Right there. This RTD crossing below. What I'm going to ask you here, pound Aussie dollar, can you go find pound or Aussie dollar exposure that is in a better trend than this? If you're about to take this trade, I want you to go see if you can find pound or Australian dollar exposure that is in a better trend than what this is right now. Okay? Where am I? Question, I'm on level 1, may I ask if some swing trade happened on one position and closes, should I click on the strategy and re-enter or just let it run naturally? Thanks. Okay, so you get one entry, it runs to your TP, you make some money, should you go it again? That would be, you'd be starting to go into repeated trades then, okay, Shen? So, as a new trader, I would probably say, if you make money on a market, take the money, move on, go find another trade to place, okay? Cancel those other orders and go find another trade to place. Go find another market that's in a good trend that you can trade on in the sonar, okay? There's plenty there. So, new trader, go and do that. When you become more experienced, you might be able to decide that, hey, if this does retest again, I'm very comfortable with taking the trade a second time. But as a new trader, I would probably say, just go find a new market, say, great, I made money on blah, 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 whatever you made money on, go find a new market to trade. Hi Tom, can you have a look at CAD Swiss franc, a recent sonar choice, Spirit, CAD Swiss franc? I'm guessing one day. Oh, nice. Looks great. Perfect. Look at this price action around the level. What am I seeing here? What's the price action we're seeing? Wicks off the level. Buyers stepping in and pushing the price up, okay? If this candle closes anything like what it's looking like it's going to close right now in 6 hours, that's going to be a very bullish looking candle, and I'm very happy with that. Let's have a look down and see if we've got any engulfing candles. No engulfing candles right now, but overall, oh, there's an engulfing candle right there. But look, around this level here, you can't really call that engulfing, but overall, I like the price action on that high time frame, on the 1 day time frame. It looks very good. Looks good, 106% trend. Bloody fantastic. Nice. Okay, cool. Sorry, I don't have any example because I'm not on my screen. No worries, Euless. Just text me, okay, bro? Text me in Telegram after, and we can talk through what your questions are so detailed. I've got to see what you're saying. I know you can see it, but I just can't see what you're saying, Euless. But yeah, text me and we'll talk about it, okay? Why UJ is not showing on my 4-hour sonar? Thanks. UJ is not showing on my sonar either. UJ, USD, JPY. You've got to remember that not all of the trades, not all of the available trades are actually showing in sonar, okay? So if you go look through the watch list, you might see other trades. Sometimes it's like they're just disappearing, something like this. If they've left sonar, probably because the trade's disappeared. Maybe it was an extension trade from here, I'd say. Something like this would have probably been the setup. But yeah, you can't see it on sonar because it's disappeared. Shen, yeah. Shen, you're in Sydney. Hello, fellow Australian Shen. How's Sydney this time of year at the moment? How's everything going? Which is the percent that makes the cut for RTD? Average low. Look, Pierre, my thesis, find a strong trending market, buy support in an uptrend, find a strong downtrending market, and sell resistance, okay? I'm looking for strong trends. That's just where you're going to make your money, all right? Strong trending markets. Find a strong uptrend, buy support. Just like UJ here, right? there's absolutely nothing wrong with that as a trade on UJ. If that doesn't work, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that as a trade on UJ. Okay? Strong trend. I'm just looking to buy support. Laura, fair play, mate. You put in serious shift. Thanks, Tom. Great work as always. Not a problem at all. Could you take a look at Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, Tom? Considering a BRC on the 4-hour NNN level, you have some nice bullish momentum coming in, but I'd like your thoughts on it. Sure, Raul. Let me take a look. Aussie dollar, Japanese yen on the 4-hour time frame. JPY. Yeah, I do like this type of price action, okay? I do like this type of price action. This tends to be nice, where you've got this, like, consolidation here, and then you've just got this really impulsive move to the upside out of that consolidation for a retest back here, the top area of the consolidation, and a continuation. I do like that kind of price action. I really do. Usually works out quite well. Just from... Remember how I said price action goes very deep? This is similar, yeah. You know, we've got this bullish engulfing candle here. So, you know, either there or there is the trade. It's a higher time frame, so, you know, this might work out. Let's take a look at the 1-day time frame. Nice bullish candle. Yeah, this closes, huh? I'd like to probably see the 1-day time frame close above your level as well, Raul. I'd like to probably see that 1-day candle close this bullish. If this candle closes this bullish, absolutely this could be a good level to buy. But, you know, you've always got this risk that this just fakes you out like crazy and just rips back down and closes somewhere down here somewhere. So if I see that 1-day time frame candle close above this level, get that confirmation, I mean, then I'm pretty confident on taking that on the 4-hour, or what's 1 hour even look like, you know? Yeah, nice level here on the 1 hour. If that 1-day candle closes anything like that, absolutely could happen. For sure. Looks good, Raul. Remember, just find that uptrend, buy your support. There's another Shen. Oh, we've got 2 Shens. Hello, Shen 1 and Shen 2. Shen K and Shen No Letter. Hello, Shen K and Shen No Letter. Shen No Letter has a cool S as their logo, though. Very cool S, Shen No Letter. 75% S level for the 4-hour time frame. Oh, Marwin. Sorry, mate. Not sure what you're talking about. Tom, can you have a look at Euro NZD 1 day? What was I looking at here? Sorry. Euro NZD. Euro NZD. Let's look. Let's take a gander. This does look like a bottom. This looks bottomy. Look, I could see this working. Catch it there, ride it back up. It's a weak trend. A weak trend, though. It is a weak trend. So I'm going to ask the same question as I asked before. Can you find Euro or NZD? Can you find Euro exposure or New Zealand dollar exposure that's in a better trend than this? That's my question to you. If this is the best you can find, very valid trade. Chen, you asked that question. Yeah, if that's the best trend you can find on Euro or New Zealand dollar, valid trade. BTC USD 1 hour. I'd like to put in an order at NN and S 75% alignment level. BTC. That's what I haven't done. I haven't traded BTC in this stream yet. BTC was one of the... oh yeah, absolutely. Was one of the reasons why I ended up making my 5% so early in the week. BTC 1 hour NNS. NNS? This one here? This, if it was this, that's great. For sure. I'd buy that level. May have missed the opportunity though, with the looks of this candle. Sorry if this was an opportunity and you were waiting on me to mention it there, Laura. But yeah. If this candle closes wicking off this hard, then looks great. Absolutely. Nice round number as well. Good trend. Yeah. Good trend. You know, we could see something dip back down to there, I could say, because that's the most recent structure. You know, it might want to fill this gap here back to that recent structure. But overall, I like the idea of the trade. For sure. Like, I would always... not always, but... Bitcoin is in a really nice trend at the moment, okay? Bitcoin's in a fantastic trend right now. And any sort of support that I can identify in this trend, I'd most likely go and buy it. 4-hour trade. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame as well. It is resistance on the 4-hour time frame, but look, it has broken extension 1 here, okay? When we see a break of extension 1, then what usually, right, you'll see some sort of a range expansion if we see extension 1 break. Yeah, no worries, Shen. Thanks. Well, look, first week with BFT. Great to have you on board, Shen. Thank you very much for joining. You've set your positions brilliant. I'm in a buy BTC for 6 months. I'm in a buy BTC for years. Brian. Now, yeah, buy BTC for 6 months. You've just been holding and letting it run, yeah? Nice, good stuff. I'm sure you've made a good amount of money out of that. My stop loss is around 60100. 60100. Let's find that. Why is that not moving? No idea. Let's take a look again on the 1-hour time frame, huh? Around there. Cool. Yeah, that looks good. Looks good. I think it was around here somewhere. Around there. Yeah, cool. Below this structure here. That's good. Happy with that. I think that's good placement. Good stop loss placement. Cool. Alrighty then. 12:25. My goodness, it's nearly been an hour. That's flown by, hasn't it, guys? That has flown by. Let's get in some more questions. Come on, people. Keep me going. Let's go. 25 likes. Thank you guys. Great. Good liking. Commenting as well, I hope. When the video is published in a few days, I want to see your comments in there, alright? Let me know how I did. Alright, any other questions, people? Do we have any other questions? Is anyone looking at at any trades right now? I'm missing out on some action here while I'm not trading because I've hit my 5% and I'm sitting on my hands. Matt B, thanks Tom, really useful insights today. Not a problem at all, Matt. I'm very pleased you got something out of it and got some value out of my talk. Tom on the coffee at midnight. I had to do something to stay awake, Rich. Coach is on fire, Muhammad. You're on fire, man. Thank you. I wish you could do a Q&A every day. I mean, I'd love to, but I don't know if that's possible. Pierre, brilliant as usual, Tom. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to answer your question, Pierre and Jake. I know you had some confusion there in the inner circle. All you new guys as well, like, once you get to level 4 in the XP system, you can get into the inner circle where we talk about this type of stuff all the time. You know, long-term traders of BFT are in there. Like, you know, the ones who have been around for years are in the inner circle. So that's where you want to get. Level 4 and you're in the inner circle, okay? So is that a rule you stick to, 5% a week, and you are done? It's a rule that I felt was... Yeah, this week I had to make a point in my mind where I went, you know what? I'm just going to call it quits for the week. And it was 5%. Made my 5%, got my XP. And yeah, I just didn't really feel like taking another trade. So I happily took my 5% and I moved on. Yeah, I mean, it's not a hard and fast rule, but yeah. Alex, I'm on the AUD NZD one-day trade for some time and still waiting for a TP3. Should I still wait or just close it? And the profit that I now have, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, one-day time frame, is it? Let's have a gander. One-day time frame. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. Oh, you caught it maybe back here, did you? Oh, 1 day, sorry. Not 1 hour. I'm guessing you caught an entry there. Great. That's great that you caught that entry. And then it ripped up here, got up to this level there. Look, I mean, I would usually not do that unless it's going to let me reach like 5% or something like this for the week. Then I'll go, you know what? I'll cancel this trade, take my money, move away, try to find a different trade to place, right? But typically, you know, if I've got one position, I want to leave that as a little runner just in case some crazy shit happens and it just goes bang straight up here, right? I just like to have that little runner so that I can milk that extra profit out of that TP3. So, you know, if it was me, I'd probably just still leave it. Just still leave it here because, you know, we are hitting right at this moment into this previous market structure right there. So, you know, we might find some support around this level here, and you might see this pop back up like this and do something like that. Who knows? Who knows? I'm probably just going to let it run if I'm in that position. Carl, that was a blinder. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. Martin, the stuff on price action and consolidation above and below entries was really helpful. No problem whatsoever, Martin. Very happy to provide that information to you. Con, I'm level 6. Which inner circle are you on about? Con, in Telegram, okay? Telegram, you're level 6. I want you to message Dr. IQ. Dr. IQ, if you are still in this stream, I don't know if you are, get onto Con here. Get him into the inner circle. He's level 6. He's one of the team. Let's go in the inner circle. We have a couple of chats, okay? So we've got the global chat where there's 6,000 people in there. We then have the inner circle, which is a smaller community, and it's for those people that are beyond level 4 in the ranking system, in the XP system. So, you know, discussing the things like the price action, the things like the X mode trading, and things like that as well, okay? That's where the, you know, those really long-term BFT traders are all in that inner circle. So, great place to be, good people. If you are beyond level 4 and you're not in the inner circle on Telegram, message Dr. IQ and he will get you into the inner circle, okay? Tom's self-control is Yoda-like, Laura. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. How many pairs do you normally take, if you don't mind me asking? Simo, how many pairs do I take? It's just about my risk exposure, Simo. I just don't want to have too much risk exposure at the end of the day. Less about, yeah. Oh, God, it's a hard question to answer. Like right now, I've got these 5 trades open, all one-day time frame trades. Happy with that. I don't have too much correlated risk. You know, if I'm trading low time frames, I'm only really wanting to focus on one trade at a time on those lower time frames. I don't want to have 5 15-minute trades all open at once and I'm chasing them around trying to work out what's this one doing, what's that one doing, what's price action look here, there, everywhere. I really am just, you know, if I've got like a 15-minute trade in the scopes or I've got like a 1-hour trade in the scopes, I am very focused on that trade. Until I move my stop loss to break even, then I'll go and look for something else. But you know, if it's a low time frame trade, I'm very focused on that, but then I'll have higher time frame trades running, you know, 1 day and 4 hour. I'll have them running around those lower time frame trades. But low time frames, I'm pretty focused on just like the one trade that I've identified at the time. If that makes sense for you. Yep, TP3 is on 1.09, exactly the same place here, yeah? There for you, Alex Blackstar. Yeah, just there, for sure. I'd leave it. Let it run. Yeah. Con DM, yeah, perfect. Martin, just a question, is it consolidation above below any entry or all 3? If it's not, if you're getting a consolidation and you're within the 3 entries, then it's really just a consolidation in the zone. It's not a consolidation on the wrong side of the zone yet, okay? You might just be consolidating within the zone and it might end up going in your favor. So I'm really only looking to get out at break even when I've got that consolidation on the wrong side. If it's within the zone still, then I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't need to worry about this just yet. Marwin, great stream as usual, not a problem. Awesome mates, thanks. Makes sense, no problem, Simo. Alex Blackstar, when should we move the TP to break even and when the stop loss? What is the difference? Oh. I went through at the start of the stream about moving your TPs to break even. So, if you missed that section, then rewatch the stream. Okay, rewatch it on the YouTube. It'll go up immediately after I've clicked end. We'll be back up live. Sorry, not live, but it'll be posted on our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to go check that out, Alex, regarding moving TP to break even. Now, moving stop loss to break even, I'm moving stop loss to break even once I've started scaling out. So, you know, just like I taught in the academy, I trade on the lower time frames. X-Mode trades exactly the same way. Once I start scaling out of my position, then I'll move my stop loss to break even, so I no longer have any risk on that trade. Once I no longer have any risk on that trade, that's the point at which I might go and find another trade on a low time frame to go and look for or place, because I'm not worried. Not that I was ever worried, but I'm not in a position anymore where I'm risking anything on that original trade. Makes sense? So that's the difference, moving stop loss or TP to break even. Yeah. Hello, Pedro. Welcome. If you just joined now, you've missed the stream, but it'll be on our YouTube channel, so you can have a look at it, replay it, watch it again. Yeah. Would I move my stop loss to break even if you had one entry that has when hit TP1? Or if I only had one entry, then I don't have any stop loss to move to break even. So what I would be doing is yeah, I wouldn't have anything to move to break even at that point. So like I said before, Martin, there, if I'm a new trader, what I'm probably doing is if I only got one entry and then it went to TP, then I'm probably just canceling the other two orders, and then I'm moving on, finding a new trade to take. If I'm a more experienced trader and I can make the decision in my own self to go and place those orders again and take that trade again, then I'll do that. So new trader, I'd probably go and I'd have a look at a new market, cancel the other two entries. It's my first week and I have one trade, little bit negative, what I should make pound Swiss franc one day. Little bit negative pound Swiss franc. Yep. I think we went through this earlier. I'm not really sure 100% on the 1 day time frame pound Swiss franc. If this candle closes bullish like this bullish engulfing, I'm pretty happy with it. If this candle closes above this level, right? If this candle closes above anywhere up here, we get a retest. I love this kind of price action. It's a weak trend, sure, but if we close above this level, I wouldn't be worried about it whatsoever on the 1 day time frame. If we close below, maybe I'll look to get out break even, perhaps. Just want to see how this candle closes, okay? Yeah, playlist finished. We know we've gone for a while when the playlist finishes, right? Tom, is there a limit to how many trades you take at a time due to risk percent? Yeah, there is. I just don't want to go over my risk. Like, I don't want to be overexposed to any one currency or any correlated currencies, basically. That's when I would, that's my risk percent. If you want to know more about risk percent and managing the risk, Shen, I'm not sure if you've seen, but every Monday I do something called the weekly market review, where in this account right now that you're seeing, I actually manage the account, managing the risk and stuff like that. So you can see all of my thought process in those videos, those weekly market review videos, okay? That's probably your best bet. All right. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. It was a great stream. I really appreciate it. The playlist is over. That's calling me to call it a stop because I've got no more music to listen to. Nothing to vibe out to here. So thank you very much for joining, everybody. Make sure you give me a like. When this video goes up, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the bell notification button. Everything like that. And we will speak in the Telegram chats. I've got a video coming out on Friday called The Essentials. If you want me to talk about something in the Essentials series, right? If there's something that's a burning question for you, that's like one of the basics of finance, one of the basics of trading, leave it in the comments of the Essentials videos. I'll check it and then I'll make a video about that, okay? So that's coming out on Friday. Make sure to check that out. And I'm going to sign off now. Thank you very much, everybody. Sayonara. Thank you. I will sleep well. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Alrighty then. Thank you.